Hello. It's been a hot minute since I've talked to you guys about books, so I thought I'd take some time to talk about one that I believe I had posted a photo on TikTok, but I haven't really talked in terms of how it was, so I'm going to do that now. The book I'm going to talk about is Joe Hill's 20th Century Ghosts. Now, some of you may know who Joe Hill is, and some of you may not know. Joe Hill is one of Stephen King's sons, and at least two of his sons are writers, Joe Hill being one of them. I haven't read the other son stuff, but I have read 20th Century Ghosts, and I've also read some of Joe Hill's comic book work from Lock and Key. And for those of you who watch the Netflix show Lock and Key, that's based upon Joe Hill's comic book. But 20th Century Ghosts is pretty good too. It is a novel that is a collection of his short stories, and all of the short stories, I'm not saying has a complete thematic linkage, although in tone there's a very huge type of linkage. The tone is often unsettling. It often is dark. It is a mixture of there's some things that could be considered spooky, but not outright horrific. There's things that leave you unsettled and off kilter, and it is something subtle, like he is not in for shock, but he is in for this really build up to something that is very unsettling, very uneasy, and all the way through you're kind of going, I don't think things are right, and I don't think things are going to be okay. And I like those types of stories. I don't mind some of the really gory or hyper violent stuff either, but I can only read so much of that before I become desensitized to it. Whereas, like a good slow burn of something that is uneasy, unsettling, spooky in that sense, I do love. He does have some surreal types of stories. I'm not going to give any of the stories' plots away or what they're about. What I'm telling you is if you want something that has elements of the supernatural, elements of things that are considered, I would say, scary, but not in the true horror way. More like, some things could be real because they're dealing with real people and the relationships between them, and some that have surreal kind of supernatural elements that just leave you kind of feeling like, oh, that is so bizarre. Then pick up this book, have a read of it, and I think you'll grow to like it. Okay, bye.